We're still in the scene with the red paint material that we've created. If you're not, open the file Chapter 4 Interior Materials 02.max. Make sure the slate material editor is open before you begin this lesson. We've created a semi-gloss paint with a red color that we'll be using to apply to an object in our scene. First thing we'll do is go ahead and close the expanded material preview window. We don't need that now, so we'll click the X in the upper right hand corner to close it. Since we still have the paint material in the active view, we can still edit it if we want to. Currently, this material has not been assigned to any object in our scene. There are two main methods that we can use to assign materials to objects in the scene. If you only need to assign the material to maybe one or two objects that are easy to access, then using the drag and drop method will work just fine. To do this, we need to resize the slate material editor a little bit, and using the middle mouse button, we want to pan in our work area so that we can see the output connection for the paint material node. So put your cursor over the output connection and click and drag on top of the table object in the scene. When you see the cursor change to have a little box attached to it, you can release the mouse button to assign the material to that object. You should also notice that when you drag, a red line comes out of the output connection of the material node. If this is done correctly, you should see the table turn red in the scene. It now has the paint material assigned to it. And if we change the material in the material editor, it will automatically update in the scene as well. Now there are times when you'll want to assign materials to many objects. In this case, the drag and drop method is not necessarily a productive workflow, especially if the objects you need to assign the material to are all over the scene and not easy to access. First, we need to select the objects that are going to receive the material. This will be a little bit easier because we've already predefined a selection set for them. In the main toolbar, click the drop-down list for the named selection set and choose Furniture from the drop-down list. This will select all of the furniture, including the table that already has the material assigned to it. That's alright, we can always reassign the material. It's not going to make any difference. We have several objects selected. First, click on the title bar of the red paint material. Now, in the toolbar of the slate material editor, we're going to use the Assign Material to Selection button. Go ahead and click the Assign Material to Selection button. That will assign the material to all of the selected objects in the scene. This is a much easier workflow when you're assigning a material to multiple objects in your scene. Again, press Ctrl S to save the file. Let's go ahead and increment this file. Go to the Applications button, click Save As. In the dialog, click the Increment button. That will save this file with an incremental file name. If you get a warning to overwrite a file, go ahead and overwrite it.